I have 24 hours to try to get 50 different volunteering tasks done in this huge center. And timer starts now.
Alright, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is classic YouTuber intro. It puts you into a box, you know what I mean? Bro, this man, I can already tell, is a wholesome, kind man. And it feels like you feel like you have to be like, or like, make it feel some type of way when you don't have to. Like, you don't have to do the drone shots. You don't have to do any of that stuff to get big on YouTube. You know what I mean? You feel like a naturally kind, like, quieter guy. And this feels forced for you, in my opinion. I could be way off. This is one point of context on anything I've ever watched of your videos, but it feels forced for you. You know what I mean? Which is a little bit off-putting. Like, I would rather see you in a more comfortable environment for you. Let me look at your thumbnail real quick. I would find a situation where it's natural for you, that you're comfortable in, and then figure out how to make that really entertaining. All right, yeah, so this thumbnail looks pretty fake to me. Like, obviously, like, you're somehow standing, but they're all like, I don't know, like, you're not to scale with these people. Like, you're standing. I can see your feet, but I can't see anybody else's feet for some reason. 24 hours to help in 50 different ways. It's also a very confusing title. It's like, how are you helping? I always say, like, really specific titles work. Like, you have to be really specific. Don't leave anything up to interpretation or ambiguity. So I have no idea what I'm gonna get. And when I have the opportunity to click your video or 30 other videos on the YouTube homepage that are more specific than yours, I'm gonna choose those all day long, because I'm not gonna commit my next 12 minutes to you if you're not specific about what the value of the video is. You have to be specific about what you're giving me and what I'm going to get in return for clicking on your video. Does that make sense?
Let's go.
This is again what I'm talking about, where it's stripped audio. It's like randomly like montages and stuff. I've seen it time and time again. If you look at a retention graph, this stuff drops people. And it doesn't, and I think the reason is it's not like a retention problem. It's a storytelling problem of like, it's just random footage with no context. Like, I'm not getting more information. It's not helping me better understand what the video is. It's just silence with B-roll. Like, that doesn't really serve the story, you know? So you should have like dialogue or some type of something going under the B-roll at all times to push the story forward, in my opinion. Not just random dialogue, actually like useful. So if this isn't useful to the video, if there's nothing for you to say here, if you feel like you've explained everything you need to explain, just delete the footage. Like, you got to murder your darlings. Like, it's every piece of footage that you have in the video should be contributing to telling the story better and making the video minute per minute more interesting. You know what I mean? So if it doesn't do those things, then it gets cut.
We're here in Muharram, which is Islamic time of the year where all the Shias would come together in our local centers and we mourn a historical figure who passed away fighting for the truth and against oppression. And so this Muharram, I really haven't been able to do much myself. And in the past, I've always done a bit of volunteering here and there, but it's always been where like I actually have skills. For example, the AV team. This Muharram, I'm going to try doing 50 different types.
The music is like overpowering your voice here. I also don't know if it's the right vibe. Like, this music doesn't really feel like the vibe that you're trying to communicate here. I imagine like some type of like Mark Rober type music for you. What's that music that Mark Rober always uses? Theme song? Yeah, I don't know, something like this for some reason. This song is like here. Oh, this is not what I'm talking about. I don't know where it is. It's just like, it needs to be like driving, like pushing, like we're right at the beginning of the video. So putting like really sad emotional music 30 seconds in, I feel like you're like building the story right here, right? It's like what music plays in the movies when like they're building the wall, like they're building the city. It's like driving, like building music, you know what I mean? And like you're explaining a thing here and it should be like driving, building music that you're like building into something, you know what I mean?
We started off by going to the different volunteers.
It feels like stock like corporate music, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't think that's the vibe you're going after.
Stations to see if they need any help.
Yes, when we are serving milk chocolate,
yeah,
it would be great if you can like serve it to the people.
Okay, but right now is there anything that we can do here?
No, that is good.
Do you need help with setting up here or anything?
No, everything is
No?
fine.
Okay. Do you need help with anything here?
Not right now.
This guy's so wholesome.
Okay, what time?
People come 2 hours from now to wash the dishes.
So we see some security there, so I'm gonna try going up to them, see if there's anything there I can do.
You have to speak with Pasha about that.
Oh yeah, by the way, as part of this, I'm keeping a step count, so already about 1,000 steps since we started, so.
This is the most wholesome man I've ever seen. I love it. Very sweet.
I'm looking for the room in English.
So right now they're serving the food right now.
And after spending way too long explaining the directions to the English program,
Here's our first volunteering task. Let's go.
next we met up with Sister Fatima Hadi, the leader of the
Bro's excited about getting his first volunteering task. I love that, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is like a very specific thing that you're interested in that most people are not. That makes what you're doing interesting. You like found a resource that you have, which is free, and it's just you being interested in volunteering. That's pretty cool. I actually didn't understand what the purpose of the video was until you started walking up to people and talking to them and like asking everyone that you run into if you can help them in any way. Like, I think that idea could be communicated more coherently in the intro. And then from there, I think it's important for the music and the video to feel like you're having fun doing this. Like, I want to watch people have fun making videos. And like, this music does not communicate that this is fun for you. It's kind of like, it's like emotional, like, I don't know, it kind of feels sad a little bit, but I think it needs to be like, this is fun for you. You know what I mean? I think it's important to feel like that. 50 good deeds. Chris Watkins said that in the chat. 50 good deeds is a good way to put it.
community center, who gave me some general volunteering tasks to do of that.
But it turns out that there's a lot of work beneath the sun.
You gotta watch the music on overpowering your voice, brother. Your voiceover and you're talking about driving the story forward is being overpowered by the music. You know what I mean? Yeah, like all this stripped audio stuff where it's just like B-roll compilations, like it's not actually pushing the story forward. You know what I mean? There always needs to be something like dialogue, something pushing the story forward and explaining to me why I should be watching this video, you know?
Why am I doing this? It's almost been a year since volunteering to cover. Come in now. You're supposed to come in. You're supposed to come in.
All right.
You're supposed to.
What do you want
Basically,
I would reshoot this. This is kind of like awkward to watch.
1 year ago, this man just comes up to me in the sub program and tells me we need to record something. I'm like, for sure. Thus,
I would lock down your camera as well. It's kind of like hard to watch. This guy's like rotating around and it's like just kind of difficult to watch, you know?
thus comes volunteering to cover 5 episodes of him volunteering, and it has the same goal, but you're volunteering undercover for 24 hours. There you go.
Amazing. Original.
No, don't end it.
I'm just gonna dub that over. Listen, man, I know we had.
So you literally said you're gonna dub it over, but then you left the clip in. Yeah, like I would voice over a lot of this video. I feel like you're holding on moments like too long. It just feels so drawn out. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, it's so like long and drawn out. I feel like you could consolidate a lot of this video. Okay, the last thing I want to say on the video, I feel like I've got a pretty good vibe for it. The last thing I'm gonna say on the video is like a version, somebody you could look to, I think, to do a good job of this type of video is like Yes Theory. They do a really good job of, even though the tasks aren't necessarily changing or getting like minute per minute better or more interesting, the way that they storytell a situation like this makes you get sucked into the video. Like the story gets better minute per minute as he's like going through the story. You know what I mean? And like, that's something I feel like you can model a video like this after. Whereas this feels like it's just the same level of energy for the full like 12 minutes of the video. So by like minute 4, I'm kind of like dropping off. You know what I mean? Like you should talk about how there's these like recurring people that are coming back, and I don't know, you're like building relationships with these people and like doing voiceovers to explain these types of things and using shots that you get for B-roll as you're explaining these things, you know? I think that if you're going to rely on like, if you go out into the world and you just film, it's then your job. If you don't pre-produce the video of what you're about to go film, I always say like when we go do like the Amazon video that we did, we went and stranded ourselves in the Amazon, did a whole video. We didn't know what was going to happen. We just filmed the whole thing. It then becomes my job in post when I'm editing to VO and put the story together in post. Like if you go out into a random situation, it's now your job in the edit to like tell the story and make it a cohesive story. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what this video is lacking. It's just like long shots without a lot of context. And I'm not sure like why I care about certain parts. You know what I mean? But very wholesome, bro. I feel like if you leaned into storytelling on your stuff, it would be really cool. You just got to get more concise and be more like serious about storytelling.